So your husband doesn't love you anymore. Please don't panic. I'm Andrew G. Marshall. I'm the author of the book My Husband Doesn't Love Me and He's Texting Someone Else. And I've got 6 really helpful things you can do to turn around the situation. Acknowledging. When you acknowledge his feelings, what he's saying and his upset, you are making him feel as if his opinions count. And you might not agree with them, but if you make him feel that his opinions count, then there's a possibility that things could change and you'll be given a proper hearing. So how do you acknowledge somebody? So you say things like, I see you're upset. I can see you're angry. You acknowledge his opinions by repeating them back. So you think I spend too much time with the children. Now, if you start defending yourself or giving him your opinions, you'll make him feel as if you're not taking him seriously, and that's the last thing you want to do. Exploring. The 3 most powerful words in the English language are not I love you, but tell me more. Even when our partner or our husband upsets us, if you actually say tell me more about that, you will make him feel that you're really interested in his opinions. If you ask for more examples, for more details, if you explore the situation, he will feel that the situation is being taken seriously, and that means also there could be some change. Check it out. It's really important to check out what he said, because sometimes what you hear and what he said are different. So for example, he could be saying something like, I don't love you at the moment. But you're hearing, I've never loved you. And of course, these are 2 different things. So check out what you've heard. So I think what you're saying is you're really upset that I'm not spending as much time with you as I used to before the children were born. Now, that's probably going to be different from you saying, oh, I'm hearing you say you want us to spend far more time together. Can you see there is a difference? And if you check it out, you're going to be hearing the right thing and you're going to be concentrating on the right issues rather than going off at a tangent on your own. Imagine every word he says is true. This is a really powerful thing to do, because normally when we listen to people, we place brackets around what they're saying because, yeah, that part's true, but that part isn't. And I agree with that and I don't agree with that. And suddenly you're discounting and not taking seriously everything that's being said. But if you imagine from where he's standing, every word he says is the gospel truth, because from his place it is. That's a very powerful way of changing the dynamic. Doesn't mean you have to agree with everything, but you do for that moment have to imagine that what he's saying is true. Processing. You're going to want to solve this straight away, because the whole future of your marriage, the happiness of your children and yourself is at stake. But if you rushed trying to find a resolution, you're not going to process the situation properly. You're not going to really think it through. And if you process, you can begin to recruit him so that the 2 of you are working together to find a solution. And that's always far more powerful. Getting help. I've written 2 books. One's called My Wife Doesn't Love Me Anymore, and the second one is called My Husband Doesn't Love Me Anymore and He's Texting Someone Else. Can you see the difference between the 2? Unfortunately, when women want to check out of a relationship, there's very seldom another person involved. Unfortunately, men, because they outsource their welfare to women, rather than saying, I've got a problem, let me sort it out, they take it off to a woman to sort it out. And unfortunately, that can often be your best friend or another woman at work. So the whole situation is far more complex, and that's why the second part of my book is dealing with the whole issue of the other woman. Don't panic, because it's not as serious as you think. There's a lot of good advice in my book. And once again, the book is called My Husband Doesn't Love Me and He's Texting Someone Else. I've got lots more advice at my website, which is www.andrewgmarshall.com.